feature film, Waves, director Trey Edward Shults. I got
It's too much happening.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's wait till everyone's set. Is it focus? Kind of nothing bad. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh wait,
no.
we have a quick
Sorry.
interview. So first, can you state your name and what film you worked on for the camera?
My name's Trey Shults. I'm the writer-director of Waves.
Awesome. And then, what does it mean for you to have your film in the film at the Denver Film Festival?
It's amazing to be back. I had my first movie here, and to come back and be the centerpiece is just really amazing. It's humbling.
And then, what was your biggest challenge you had in production?
There were a few scenes. A few scenes were the hardest. I can't talk about them without spoiling the film. And then we had some stressful stuff in pre-production with a Bond company and everything. So, yeah.
Got it. Thank you so much. I'm a big fan of your work.
Oh, thank you. Great. Awesome. Good meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Yeah,
We're just
definitely.
gonna stop for an interview right here.
Okay, awesome.
How's it going, Trey?
Hey, how you doing?
My name's Jorge. I'm with Cine Critique.
Awesome. Good to meet you.
I actually binge watched both of your feature films
awesome.
the last couple days. Obviously, it comes at night, and Krisha.
Sure.
I had a quick question about Krisha.
Yeah.
How did you get your family to like buy into the whole idea of like of doing the film? Because I know my family, if I brought them that idea, they'd probably be like, nah.
I have a special family. Part of it, Krisha, the lead actress, is an actor, so she was very excited to do it. And then I think another huge part of it is it was so personal to our family, and I always grew up making movies with them and everything, so it's just a real natural progression.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I have a second question
Sure.
regarding your film Waves. I noticed watching the first two of your features that, and then watching the trailer and the press revolving Waves. It's very like family oriented, not family oriented, but it's your stories revolve around family.
Yeah.
Now, is that something that like it's subconscious, or you go out like purposefully, like going to make those kind of movies?
It is actually more subconscious. It's like it just keeps organically happening. I don't know what will happen in the future, but it's like each new thing you're like setting out focused on what's new about it and different, and then it winds back to being about family in some aspect. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Honor. Yeah.
Be remiss if I didn't ask you. Your mom's a therapist, and I wonder, like, do you have conversations about sort of like, creativity and sort of like how you got built and like sort of as a creative artist, when she looks at your films, does she sort of go, huh?
Yes, definitely. And my stepdad's a therapist as well, so.
Yeah, that's right. Parents are therapists.
But
right.
it's wacky having parents as therapists, and then they'll like read reviews and text you and like, oh, I see you're still, harping on this theme. It's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, I do have to give them props though, because I think I would be an utter mess without them. I think that could work both ways. Like I could be a whack job with two therapists as parents, but I do think they help me become a healthy individual.
That's pretty lovely.
Yeah, definitely. And I will say, I got to give my mom props as well. She, Renee, the mom in our movie, her character's a therapist, and she had a lot of conversations with my mom and brought a lot of original language and stuff that I didn't write into the movie. She would just surprise me in scenes that was really amazing. So yeah.
That's really great. You work really well with your cast. I mean, really well. So I know that you're a real collaborative spirit because we talked about Drew, your cinematographer, and talked about sound. I've seen this 3 times, and I'm ready to see it again. So, but Taylor Russell really has started to strike me as like such an amazing part of the film, the young woman that plays Emily, and I wonder like sort of how you two work together. Not that Kelvin isn't amazing, I really think that this cast is beautiful, but there's something really quite, there's a lot hanging on her shoulders on this film. So where'd you find her? What was your sort of sense of where she could go, and how did that work?
Yeah, well, found her just traditional through auditions. She auditioned and blew me away. I think she did 2 scenes. She did like the diner scene, I think, and then the scene when they're talking about their parents in the car ride. And I was immediately blown away by, she had you could feel what was happening inside her head without her doing anything. She was so fascinating and complex. And so she auditioned and blew me away. And then we Skyped, and I got great energy and loved her. And she was in LA, I was in Florida prepping the movie, and Kel was still in LA, so she met Kel, she met Lucas, and everyone loved her, and they were sending me pictures and stuff, and I was like, let's just do it. And I gotta say too, like, it was, the whole the casting started with Kel, and it was like, trust was already built up there. We know each other, we love each other, let's make something we care about together. So like, I was just trying each step along the way, each new actor, to build that kind of energy. And with Tay, I already knew she was crazy talented. And then we Skyped, and it just felt like a genuine connection. Like, you feel that when you meet a person, like you connect or you don't. I just feel like I connect. I feel like I know her, I don't know what it is, it feels right. And then everyone else felt that, and then, she just blew me away. And I do believe, she becomes the heartbeat of the movie once Kel leaves. And I had a theory too with this unorthodox sort of 2-part structure. And baton pass by this giant tragedy. If that girl wasn't amazing, then it wouldn't work. So I love her. She's a star, one of the best in the world.
Well, one of the things I'll say is that I think the reason it works is because they're siblings. So, there's this sort of odd sense that it's 2 stories. It's a family, and they're siblings, and there's something really deep and profound. And I think that actually we don't see sibling movies enough sometimes, because that's what struck me. And you also do these very clever things to sort of throw out something early. She starts the film. You forget that, but she starts the film. And
hopefully it's ingrained.
It was for me from the beginning. It wasn't because I saw it 3 times. And then like Lucas is seen very early and very briefly when he's getting this like Heine sort of kicked in by Tyler in the wrestling match. And I just think that those are really interesting things that sort of add to the fluidity of the cohesiveness of the story in a way. Well, for me. But which brings me to, you have said that sometimes people are angry. Either they love it or they're angry.
Yes.
And I'm curious, like, what have you heard that is about when are people angry?
Ooh, when are people angry? I would say it first started when we screened at Telluride, and we did a little talk in the park, and we took it to the audience, and no one would come up for a question. And the first lady that came up was like, "Hi, I just walked out of your movie." But she was nice. She was like, it's not a bad thing. It was just too much to take. I didn't want to live with it anymore. And I was like, okay, I understand that. Because it's meant to be like when you're in the lows, you're in the lows, and it's meant to feel honest to that. So I guess it started with that, and I don't know. It can range. Like the movie goes to some intense places. I don't think people always want to go there, which is fair enough. I get that.
I was worried that I wouldn't have enough. I have a long list, and I'm also getting the hook. So if there's something that you want to tell us about the journey that I did, I'd love to hear it, and we'd love to hear it. What about when you guys saw it together for the first time?
When we watched it for the first time, that was amazing. I'm a weirdo, and I edited alone at first, so I edited alone for like 6 to 7 months in Florida on my laptop, and my poor girlfriend had to put up with me, and I was probably starting to lose my mind, and didn't shower for a while. And Calvin, my girlfriend, brought him there and surprised us, and he came, and we started to watch, a way too long version of the movie. It was like 3.5 hours. We shot way too much of this movie, but it was amazing. We watched a little bit, then we wanted to stop, then we kept watching, and then we'd have to stop and talk about it. Then before we knew it, we watched the whole movie, and it was, it was just really beautiful. It was like, that's what Kel said, it was like we actually made the thing we set out to, you know, and it was just that was like the closest I ever had, because I still haven't watched the movie with an audience, very insecure about it, it's very strange for me, but like that time I felt like an audience, and like seeing it with the two people I love in an organic way, that was really beautiful. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, minus like I just feel genuinely so blessed and humbled, because like I love everyone that worked on this movie, and the cast and the crew. It was, I hope if the movie feels special to anyone, it's because it was made with special energy and amazing human beings. And yeah, we put our hearts and souls into it.
Well, we're so happy that we got to have him here. Thank you very much.
Yes.